What's up, everybody? My name is David, and today I'm about to tell y'all how I made Crashing with Caliucci. Yes, thirsty.
And singer David was back in a downtown LA courtroom today, days after he was charged with murder and the death of a 14-year-old girl. The judge set a preliminary trial date for May 1st as prosecutors revealed more details in their investigation. KTLA's Jennifer McGraw live for us in downtown LA with the very latest. Jen, good morning.
Hi, Megan. Good morning. Yad came into court in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. Prosecutors say there is so much evidence that both the prosecution and the defense need more time, so that's why they set the date of May 1st. Now, we are learning new details, disturbing details this morning in regards to this investigation. Investigators have alleged that they've uncovered child pornography on the suspect's phone, and some of the other evidence includes wiretaps, grand jury transcripts, police body cam footage, forensic evidence, and property and vehicle reports, and of course the autopsy info. The LA County Medical Examiner confirms Celeste Rivas Hernandez died from what's described as multiple penetrating injuries, and her death has been ruled a homicide. The 26-page report details gruesome injuries after finding her remains last September inside a Tesla linked to David Anthony Burke, who simply goes by David. Investigators say Celeste was last seen on April 23rd of last year. David has pleaded not guilty, and legal analysts say what matters now.
This whole thing is a disaster. It's a disaster on the little girl's parent. It's a disaster for the guy and his parents. It's a disaster for everybody. And everything about this situation just went bad. Because what is he doing talking to a 14-year-old and he 20-something? You know what I'm saying? That's weird. What is he doing? It's sad, y'all. Let's keep going.
Now is whether prosecutors can directly tie those injuries to the defendant.
Unless more information is revealed and we learn more from the police reports, the prosecution is still going to have to show that it was David that was holding whatever that weapon is and inflicted those injuries.
The case has drawn added attention.
Which they can't, because it was just her and him there. So how can they even be able to prove that he was the one that did it? And the only two people that know this is her, and she's deceased, and him. And of course, he's not going to tell on himself. This is a bad situation, like I said, and this is very disgusting. We need to take care of our kids and monitor our kids' phone and stuff like that. She met this man on the internet. Like, be for real, on the internet. What is your kid doing even looking to date grown men on the internet? It's just weird, and I ain't trying to make it all about the family or point the finger at them, because they did lose someone, so it's sad, but it's the little things like this that we need to try to prevent anytime that we can, because we got to protect our kid, because if we don't protect them, the world will get at them. And this is a good example of, if we don't protect them, what'll happen if we let it, you know? And then it's their fault or whatnot, but come on, man, you could have prevented that.
Its 2022 breakout song entitled Romantic Homicide. Prosecutors allege the 21-year-old killed the 14-year-old because she threatened to expose what they describe as an illegal sexual relationship with a minor. Now, David faces some serious charges. He will be back in court in LA here on May 1st, and he could seek the death penalty. That's the very latest. We're live in downtown Los Angeles. Back to Hollywood.
And singer David.
Honestly, I think that they can prove this man that he did it. His ass is grass, man. I ain't gonna lie, he might as well get to wrapping up his burrito, because he gonna have a long time in jail and a hard time in jail, because that's one thing that people don't like in jail, and that's people who child, pedophiles and this. So he gonna have a hard time in that, man. I just hope the best for the family, because and it's crazy. Mom homeschooled him and everything like that, and he got into music and started meeting people online, and that's why I kind of question the whole, because it's like, damn, is that really something that'll better your kid, or is that socially isolating them from other people? And I understand now that I'm grown that you need to have that social life. If you ain't got that social life, then it's gonna be hard for you, because you don't have them soft skills. You need them soft skills to make it in this world and to be social. And he turned to a creep, and I ain't saying it's his mama's fault, but somebody got to take the blame, goddammit. But I got another clip, y'all. Let's go.
The David case The David even darker preliminary hearing has been continued until May 1st. Matters of procedural importance were discussed, mostly about transferring discovery from DA office to the defense. Items of interest that came up include that David's devices contain a significant amount of blank, which requires special handling. Also, there's a large amount of data from a wiretap. Search warrants will be unsealed. New search warrants from devices at the time of his arrest have not had returns yet. David did not look confident in court today, in my opinion. He was in an orange jumpsuit and just stared forward. So creepy. So a few things here. David having that on his phone is just unbelievable. I'm just disgusted. I don't even know what to say. I wonder what the defense is going to comment on this, if they even will, but the wiretap is what really raised my eyebrows. I'm guessing this wiretap is in between the time frame of when he was arrested and when everything got released to the public, like September to now, the past months. And apparently I saw a video of Trapmore Ross saying that they need a third-party taint team to listen to these wiretaps so they don't hear attorney-client privilege, but they want to hear incriminating stuff that is said on these wiretaps. So what it sounds like is they've been listening to David talk to everyone on one of his phones, and they want to make sure they don't hear any attorney-client privilege, because that's obviously bad and against the law. But they want to hear the other things. So that's what this taint team is for. This is a very popular thing I heard in another case. Oh, the Melly case. That's what it was. I was like, what case had a taint team? So when Melly's lawyers were being investigated, they had a taint team look over a bunch of shit, so they didn't see attorney-client privilege, the state attorneys. And him staring forward just shows that he is completely disconnected from reality, and I feel like he's just a piece of shit at this point. Like, honestly, if you have CP, disgusting. And I can't even say what I want to say on YouTube. For people.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. I'm going back to saying what I was originally saying. If you
People that have CP on their devices and shit. A couple other items of interest from the David hearing this morning. The assistant district attorney confirmed there were 3 separate investigation grand juries convened in November, December, and February. She also stated that the defense would need to provide a 10 terabyte drive for David's iCloud account alone. Wow, that's a lot. I think my iCloud is like 3 terabytes, bro. What does he have on there that's 10 terabytes? Additional search warrants were served on phones, tablets, and other devices at the time of David's arrest. Ooh, so they could find even more shit because he just got arrested. Like, what was that, like a week ago now? This is so dark and disturbing, man. I've made updates to timeline building for the period just before prosecutors alleged that David killed Celeste on 4/23/2025. Today is 4/23/2026. That just gave me the chills, though after they alleged her body was dismembered. In court today, prosecutors stood by the April 23rd date, stating that they were happy to be in court on the 1-year anniversary of the date Celeste was killed. David showed no visible reaction to that statement. Now, I'm not going to show the autopsy. I know that's also been everywhere because I honestly feel like it's kind of inappropriate. Like, but basically, we're looking at drawing of the body that a coroner notes down every single thing they see, essentially, like in terms of wounds, bruises, lacerations, cut off, anything. You know what I'm saying? Her autopsy said a defect to her center to right abdomen area and then closer up to her thing. 2 wounds. Looks like from a stab wound. And then these 2 fingers on her left hand are cut off. But that's not the finger that has the shush tattoo. This is so what am I reading, bro? And her thighs and shins are cut off, separated. This is so fucked. And then there's defects on like her back right back here. Globe not present. Her left eye is missing. Okay, I didn't know this part. The report also said that it was positive for methamphetamine and MDMA. Another screening said meth was inconclusive and MDMA was not detective, so that's confusing.
hold on, so the girl eyeball was missing. This dude is a straight serial killer. He done poked the girl eyeball out, chopped the body up. This calls for the death penalty, man. If this is true, because you can't really. I don't know the fuck my phone was doing lately. Hello.
As the evidence comes out, if the defense starts to realize, well, there's a lot of digital evidence, there's video, there's cooperators. Obviously, we got the medical examiner report yesterday. If all that looks very bad, they may think their strategy, and I don't know what the strategy is going to be, that someone else did this or that Celeste died of some sort of accident, maybe a drug overdose.
Can't really say that anymore, right? Cause of death is homicide, not overdose.
To put on some defense in this case. Not
what is the defense going to be? I mean, he's just going to have to someone else, right? Add reasonable doubt that someone else did this to her, not him.
To attack the prosecution, because again, the evidence that the district attorney has revealed so far seems pretty damning for Singer David. I think the prosecution is obviously going to start with the motive. And I think the motive here, based on Nathan Hockman's press conference, is that this was a sexual relationship. Obviously, 14-year-olds cannot consent to any type of sexual activity. And that Celeste was going to out David, report him. And of course, that would completely derail and ruin his music career. And
yeah, that's pretty much it. Quick update. Wiretaps to me is what really stands out. Rest in peace, Celeste. Love you guys. Peace out. The David case is...
Yeah, man, this is just a disaster. They did this happen. Man, this sucks. It sucks. But on this video, man, if you here still, I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow on Facebook, and I'll see you soon. Let's go.